Hello, my name is Mansi. I'm here to present the dashboard of No Risk Insurance Corp. I have created the dashboard with 6 pages and we'll look into the detail of the dashboard. This is my dashboard. We'll just have a look at the first page. The first page of the dashboard displays the total revenue, expenses, and operating profit. When the data added to the dashboard, it will be reflected in the dashboard. The contribution margin of different products, the number of policies, and under which the insurance type, and the average contribution margin of insurance type, etc., are also provided on the first page. As per the dashboard, the professional insurance have the highest contribution margin, and the life insurance have the least contribution margin. The number of This is the donut chart, and the donut chart represents the number of policies sold under each insurance type. The number of price sold under each type of policy is almost similar. The precise value is provided in the table below the donut chart. The professional policy has the highest average contribution margin, and auto policy and life policy has the least contribution margin. We'll go into the second page now. The second page of the dashboard visualizes the contribution margin ratio. Contribution ratio by policy types helps to have a quick snapshot over the contribution margin ratio of policy type. Life policy has the highest contribution margin ratio, while auto policy holds the lowest contribution margin ratio. This is the life policy and this is the auto policy. The variable cost. Now we'll see the variable cost analysis. The variable cost analysis actually explains why life policy holds the highest contribution margin ratio. The variable cost is very low for life policy. And while auto policies have the highest variable cost, it must be assumed that the highest claim associated with the auto policy might be the reason for that. Both contribution margin and contribution ratios are important while taking the decision. Higher contribution margin ratio indicates more amount and is available from that particular product to cover the fixed expense. While applying in this case, it must be assumed that when number of life policies increases considerably, the company have maximum amount for meeting the other expenses, as majority of the amount can be used for meeting fixed cost. Then we'll go again on the second page. The contribution margin ratio of different states are provided on the second page here again. It helps the management to understand which state contributes much to the organization and which are not. According to the data, SD ranked 1 with the contribution margin of 77%, and state MN is ranked last with the contribution margin of 66%. MN. While analyzing the percentage change in the actual and budgeted variable cost, it can be observed that in many cases the actual variable costs are way higher than the budgeted cost. Now we'll look into the fourth page. The performance of different regions and states are visualized. The contribution margin of all regions are similar. The chart showcasing the contribution margin of different regions also helps the user to view the contribution margin of different states in the region. States SD and NM in the Midwest here have highest contribution margin, and AZ state in the West region here, and MI and MN state in North Central here, where the lowest contribution margin. Now we look into the next page. Here we have compared the 2019 sales with 2020 sales. The page helps the user to quickly identify which states and products are performing well and which one are not performing. In the case, CT and RI states have shown significant increase in the sale with more than 20%. And while state NY and YA, etc., the sales have declined from 7 to 9%, minus 9%. A major trend notice is that the sales of auto policies have declined by over 2% than the previous year. And then we'll see the last page. It visualizes the performance of the sales staff. The sales by Mr. Murray and Mr. Thomas have decreased by 8.1 and 5% when compared to the previous year. Here this one. And at the same time, the sales by Cherry and Janice improved by 21.7% and 12.5% respectively. Even then, Cherry had the least sales this year. As it is the evident that the performance of Cherry is improving significantly, it is recommended to HR team to take necessary actions to support Cherry to achieve better performance. The dashboard is able to identify and monitor the performance of sales team, which help the HR team to have better understanding on HR efficiency. Also, it will help them to make appropriate HR decisions. Like this, we have created the detailed dashboard of company and hope it will help the company to maximize its profit. Thank you.